an honor to stand before you, not just as a university leader, but as someone who once sat where you are sitting now, full of ambition, questions, and uncertainty about the future. In all honesty, I was never the kind of student who thought I could be a leader. In high school, I was never class captain or team captain or any captain of anything. And then when I joined the University of Namibia as a science student, I did my science degree and finished, and I was not really in any leadership position. And then I went to the University of Nairobi, where I studied my pharmacy degree. And immediately when we hit the ground, leadership chose me. Unprepared, I didn't know what leadership was all about. I didn't know, but when we got there, it just chose me. Because we went as a group of students from Namibia studying pharmacy, and we had to have someone to coordinate us, communicate with the ministry back home, make sure that our stipends are paid, make sure that we have our accommodation, everything is taken care of. And somehow, naturally, I came out as the team leader. Sometimes I would leave class and go to the finance office. When people are in class, come back later. And it was quite a distance of maybe 1 kilometer. And you have to walk by yourself, all alone. What are you thinking? And you're a committed student. You're one of those students who just want to do well. But you have to leave class and go to the finance office and sort things out. Sometimes you have to go into town and try to sort things out for your colleagues, while your colleagues are comfortably sitting in class and they are looking up to you. One time I got frustrated. I asked my colleagues, like, why is it always me? Why do I have to always do this? And one of them said to me, because Bonnie, you are there for us. 2 years later, the university never had an international students association, and the university was very proud of its international students. So they asked us to form an association of international students. And there were quite a number of Namibian students there. And my colleague said, no, Bonnie should take one of the positions. And then I looked at the portfolios, and there was one which really stood out for me. It was events coordinator or something like that. And I looked at it and I said, this will match my energy. This is it. I'm going to do this so well. And I was very happy. But all my colleagues said, no, you can't be events coordinator. You should be the vice president. I said, no, but I don't know what that means. I don't know whether I can pull that off. I said, no, we believe in you can do it. And that is how I became the vice president of the first committee of the International Students Association. And then the following year, I became the president. And from then on, I'm here, you know. So I just wanted to say to you that sometimes it feels daunting to be a leader, to be in leadership position. And there's always that inferiority complex, imposter syndrome. Like, what am I doing here? I'm not good enough for this. I'm not cut out for this, you know. But you have to face it. When I was appointed as acting associate dean in 2022, I didn't feel ready. I didn't feel like I was going to deliver. I was really doubting myself. But my executive dean at that time believed in me and supported me. And I remember someone who came from the UK to give leadership training to the members of staff. And I sort of confided in him that I'm having this imposter syndrome. I don't know whether I am a good leader or I can pull this off. And then he told me, Bonnie, you have to give yourself permission to sit at the table. You have to give yourself permission to sit at the table. And that is important. That's really important. Today I want to speak to you about purpose-driven leadership, because leadership without purpose is noise. But leadership with purpose changes lives. True leadership is often misunderstood. It is not about titles, popularity, or being the loudest voice in the room. Leadership is influence anchored in values. It is the courage to act when it will be easier to stay silent. In health fields especially, leadership is not optional. It is demanded by the lives that depend on our decisions. I have served across many sectors of the health and pharmaceutical system, in hospital practice, community pharmacy, regulation, distribution, academia, and national boards of health. What I learned early, and sometimes the hard way, is that leadership is not rewarded immediately. In fact, purpose-driven leadership often comes with sacrifice. You sacrifice comfort, you sacrifice applause, sometimes you sacrifice being liked. There were moments when standing for ethical practice, patient safety, or institutional integrity meant slowing my own progress or carrying responsibility without recognition. But purpose-driven leadership is not about what you gain. It is about who benefits from your choices. Purpose-driven leadership asks a different question. Not what do I want to become, but whom am I becoming useful to? Not how far I go, but how many can I take with me? In health leadership, your purpose must always be larger than yourself. It must serve patients you may never meet, communities that may never thank you, and systems that will outlive you. When purpose leads, integrity follows. When purpose leads, resilience grows. When purpose leads, leadership becomes service, not performance. Leadership will test you. You will be misunderstood. You will doubt yourself. You will feel unprepared. But leadership is not about being ready. It is about being willing. Willing to learn, willing to listen, willing to carry responsibility before authority arrives. As student leaders, you are already being shaped. The habits you form now, how you treat people, how you handle power, how you respond to pressure, will define the leaders you become tomorrow. Do not wait for graduation to discover your purpose. Purpose is practiced daily in small decisions made with consistency and courage. I challenge you today, lead with conscience, not convenience. Choose excellence even when no one is watching you. Let your leadership be guided by service, humility, and a deep respect for human life. The health of our nation will one day rest in your hands. Lead in a way that when history looks back to this day, it will say they did not just occupy positions, they fulfilled